So before we start our session today, we're always going to need to know some terms before we get started. So everyone that has a smartphone or a tablet or an iPad, you have apps on both of your devices, right? So if you ever heard of the word app before, that is short for application. Application is a type of software that you can install on either your computer, your tablet, or smartphone. Usually it is for iPads, tablets, and smartphones, but now you can start getting applications on a laptop. But apps are basically just websites converted into programs. So you can get an Amazon app, right? You can get a Macy's app. You can get the Netflix app, the Google app, right? So anytime that you would search something in the past on your computer, like at the library, now you can just download an app on your phone or your iPad and get that information that way. So now instead of websites, people just download apps on their phone or tablet. And to get these type of apps, you would either have to go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. And everyone here that does have a smartphone or an iPad, you can all have the App Store or the Google Play Store. It is automatically downloaded on your devices when you purchase them. So everyone here that has an iPhone or an iPad, that is by Apple. So you would go to the App Store, and it is actually this blue icon here on the screen. That's how it looks like. For people that have Android phones or Android tablets, so the company may be by Samsung, you would go to the Google Play Store. And the Google Play Store, if we go back one again, it looks different than how it looks as the App Store. So for Apple fans, you have the blue icon. For Android, it is the little triangle rainbow icon. And those are the two places where you get any type of app that can help you in your daily routine, right? So there's applications on entertainment, fitness, health, anything that you can think of, there's probably an application out there for you. So I would call the App Store and the Google Play Store like the shopping mall, because it's a place where you can actually get anything on there that can help you. And today we are going to talk a little bit about streaming services, because streaming services are now applications you can get on your smartphone or iPad. And you may have all heard of the term streaming services because there's commercials now always about all these different types of TV shows and movies that you can watch on Netflix or Hulu, Amazon. So streaming services are just online providers of entertainment that you would need an internet service to use on any of your smart devices. So if any of you here on the meeting today has Wi-Fi in your household, you can all watch any type of streaming service on your smartphone or iPad. And lastly, the last term you all need to know is the word install. So install just means to download your app to your iPad, your tablet, or your phone. You may have seen that word before if you ever have tried to install an app before. So does anybody have any questions? Okay, so let's learn about the difference between free and paid applications. So when you are on the App Store or the Google Play Store, you're going to see that some things have a price next to it, while some just say free or the word get, and you can all download it. Well, free applications means that anyone can download that application. However, there's usually going to be advertisements displayed throughout the application that can even interrupt your experience. So mostly games that you would download on your smartphone or your iPad may have advertisements after like a round of playing or about a few minutes while you're playing it. And the reason why is that these advertisements help pay for the app. So that's why they're free and that's why you see them. But paid applications are going to allow you to have a different experience. So paid applications usually or never have any type of advertisements. There's usually going to be a one-time payment, or there will be a monthly subscription to use the app. So for example, streaming services such as Netflix, where you can watch TV and movies, that is a monthly subscription paid app. You have to pay about $7 a month to use Netflix. And Spotify, which I use as an example here, is a music app. So if you wanted to listen to music for free, all your favorite types of genres and things like that, you would have to pay a monthly subscription. So that's the difference between free and paid, and why maybe sometimes you have downloaded a free app, you see advertisements. That is the main reason why. Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. So we learned about free and then we learned about paid applications. But now there is a new term that streaming services, music applications, travel, books, applications, they're using something called in-purchase applications. In-purchase applications are essentially free to get on your phone, but when you want to start actually using the app and using all of its features, you're going to have to pay a type of monthly subscription or a one-time payment. So for example, if you wanted to start reading books on your phone or your iPad or your tablet, and we used Amazon Kindle as an example, everyone can download Amazon Kindle on their device for free. But if you actually want to start reading the books, all your favorite type of books, you have to actually pay for that book, or there maybe is a monthly subscription. So all these apps that I've listed here on the screen, everyone can get them on their phone or iPad for free. However, to use all of its features without advertisements or anything like that, there is a price. Anyone here have any streaming services? Like anybody here a Netflix user or Hulu, Uber Eats, any of that? You can unmute yourself. I don't know if anyone's talking.
My daughter got her dad a gift of Netflix.
Oh, okay.
So that's available to us.
So you're familiar with that.
Right.
Okay, that's
Thank
good.
you.
So Netflix is a subscription paid app that you have to pay monthly for. And everything here that I listed as well are all monthly paid subscriptions. So we have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Discovery Plus. For music, if you wanted to listen to all your favorite types of artists and genres, those are the main music applications. If you wanted to read books on your phone or iPad, it would either be Amazon Kindle, Apple Books, Google Play Books, or something called Libby. So if you are a member of your local library, you can see if that application accepts your library card, and you can actually digitally rent your favorite books through that application. So that is Libby, Libby. And then we also have travel applications that are Uber, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. And that is for delivering food to your house and getting you from one location to another. And I know that in the Tuesday class, someone asked, well, what is the difference between getting these type of streaming services versus just getting cable that you have in your house, right? So the difference is things that are shown on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, those are going to be TV shows and movies you may not ever see on cable because it is created by those companies. So there are specific TV shows made by Netflix that you can only watch on Netflix. And sometimes some of your old shows that you may have seen in the early 2000s or the 90s, they actually may be on Netflix. There's some reality shows from the past that are on there. So it is a mixture of things that Netflix and Hulu have created, and some things that you may have seen in the past that are also on there. Whereas cable, it's only shows made by that TV channel. So streaming services may have a little bit more options of different types of TV shows and movies that you may like, but that is basically the difference. And there's also no commercials for these streaming services. So I know that Netflix just actually released a plan that has advertisements, but in the past, for the other prices for Netflix, there is no commercials. So each of these streaming services that I've listed here, they all have different plans and different tiers. So basically, the cheaper plans may have commercials, whereas the higher plans don't. So it would be up to you to see which plan would work best for you and the price. And that is in purchase applications. So now let's say you do start downloading applications on your phone or your iPad. You have to know something called updates, and everyone has updates on their phone, on their iPad, on their tablet, even on their computer. And you may have seen it before. Sometimes your phone or your iPad even notifies you that there is a new update to install and download. But those little applications that you get on your phone or iPad need to be updated. And there's two reasons why you should regularly update your apps: bug fixes and new features. So sometimes you may have experienced that your phone feels a little slower, or when you're on a certain app, it's not working the same way that it used to in the past. That's why there is probably a little bug or a little glitch that is messing it up. So applications regularly need to be updated because it will fix these problems and make them brand new. It's a way to restart and refresh the app so you can actually navigate it without any problems. And another reason why you should always regularly update applications is because of the new features. So every month or so, your applications are always trying to compete with other applications so they can feel brand new, have a lot of features that can do all these different types of things. So you want to keep updating your app so you can always see what new things they are putting on there for you. And this will works with any app, your Amazon Kindle, Netflix, even Zoom, which we are all on today. Zoom needs to be updated regularly because Zoom is always releasing new features that they want to put into the app. And if you do not update them, then you will always have the old version of Zoom and not keep up with the latest things that they are putting. So I'm going to show everyone how do we update applications. So I'm going to use my iPhone to show you visually, but I also have on the screen pictures for Android users because I do not have an Android phone. So I'm going to start screen sharing and everyone's going to see how to update apps. So when I click on the App Store, I'm going to click on the little 3 that's in the top right-hand corner. You're gonna see like a little face. That's my face. I created that little person that looks like me, and everyone can do that. But you may not have a little face that looks like you and may be blank. But right there in the top right-hand corner is how I'm going to update my app. So I'm gonna click on that. And if I just scroll down, you can actually see it says the word available updates, and it's giving me an option to update them. And it'll even give you a little description of what they added, what they're doing with the application. So you can always see, why do I need to update it? They will tell you why and what's happening with your application. So you have the choice of whether or not you want to update all of them or just update certain applications. But they're always going to be here in this section, and you should always regularly look at them just to make sure that there's nothing that you need to update. And I would say to regularly check this weekly because apps always need to just get brushed off, add new effects, things like that. Sometimes they don't have updates every week, but that's just kind of the time frame to check for, that I would say a week. And that is the same for Android users, iPhone users. It's all the same. 1 week would be the best. Does anybody have any questions of where to find this or anything like that? Okay, so that is for an iPhone. And I'm going to quickly now show it on an Android through pictures because I do not have an Android device. So everyone here that has an Android tablet or an Android smartphone, and even on the computer, what you want to do is head to the Google Play Store. So if we remember at the beginning of the presentation, the Google Play Store is a rainbow kind of triangle, and it says Google Play Store. And when we click on it, we want to find our little circle icon. Usually it's going to have an initial of your name. So R for Riverdale Senior Services, but whatever the first initial of your name is, it should be there at the top right-hand side of the screen. If you're someone who's never opened the Google Play Store before or has never used it, you may not see this screen. Instead, you will see a page to sign in. And to sign in, it would be your Gmail address and your Gmail password. But once we are on the Google Play Store and we select our little initial for our name, a menu like this should show up, and you want to click on Manage Apps and Devices, because that is where we're going to have all of our applications that need to be updated on our smartphone or tablet. Once you click on manage apps and devices, you're going to click on where it says updates available. And it should take you to a screen that looks just like the iPhone, where it will show you all of your apps that need to be updated. And you will decide whether or not you want to update all of them or just update the ones you use the most. But I would urge everyone to update all of the applications on your device, just because when you do not update them and they have the older versions, it does make your phone a little bit slower. So it is important to keep on updating them just so your phone can always stay up to date. It's not glitchy. It doesn't get hot, because I know people have told me before, sometimes their phone gets very hot when they use it all the time. And that could be you're using old versions of your applications and you're not updating them, or you're not even realizing it needs an update. So your phone is getting hot because it has the older versions on it. Does anybody have any questions? So let us now take a trip through the App Store and the Google Play Store. So since we are already on the topic of the Google Play Store, I'm going to just show you how to navigate it on here. So because I do not have an Android tablet or phone, that is okay. I'm going to show you on a computer how the Google Play Store looks, because there are some Google Play Store applications that you can actually download and look at on your computer. So I'm showing you this way. So you can see here, if we look at the top, Google Play Store breaks it down very clearly in different categories of things that you can get on your devices. There's many games that you can get, but remember, they could have some advertisements, and those advertisements will interrupt your gameplay. We do have apps, movies and TV, books, and even applications for kids. So if you just scroll down, you can see all the different types of applications of games you can get that may interest you. But if we went over to our little apps section, this is where we can find apps that can help us in our daily routine. So what do I mean by that? There is applications for anything that you can think of. There's apps to count your steps. There's apps to remind you when to take your pills. There's apps to put an alarm on, to put an event in your calendar, to message your family and friends. There's finance application. There's all different types of apps that can help you. There's meditation, and you could scroll down and look at what is popular, what is trending, what is recommended for you. You could do that and see what is just popular, what is everyone else downloading on their phones, downloading on their iPads. That is one way what you can do. Or if we go back up, there is a little search icon. And in that search icon is where you can actually type in anything that you are looking for. So if you're someone that wants some meditation apps on your phone, you can search them there. Entertainment applications, anything that interests you, any topic, any of your hobbies, anything, you would put it in the search bar instead of having to kind of scroll down and kind of look for it. You could find it there very easily. And once again, let's say we clicked on one of these applications, such as Disney Plus. We clicked on Disney Plus. and we wanted to install it on our devices, we would simply just hit the word install. But the reason why I clicked on Disney Plus is because I wanted to show you the phrase that I used earlier today, which was in-app purchases. So what was in-app purchases? That is a phrase that now applications are using that, yes, everyone can download it on their phones, on their iPad for free. So I could download it right now for free, but I actually can't see the things on Disney Plus. I can't see the TV shows and movies without paying for a subscription. That is what in-app purchases mean. Everyone can get this app, but you have to actually put in a debit card or a credit card information in order to view the things that are on Disney Plus. So whenever you see that word or phrase in-app purchases, just make sure that when you're downloading that, it means there might be a subscription that you have to pay for. So it may look free to you, but when you click on it and actually download it, you're going to see that you actually can't use the app. So just watch out for that when you are next time on the Google Play Store or the App Store and you're scrolling. Just watch out for that phrase, so you won't be confused on why you can't use it. Does anybody have any questions?
Tabitha, that the whole idea about the update where you get that was very, very interesting. And one thing, I don't know if I noticed this correctly, but the apps in the Google Play Store and the apps for the iPad and iPhone, those apps are the same.
Correct.
Like Zoom, you have Zoom there, you have WhatsApp. So
Yes.
some of the apps are the same for either the Google Play or the Apple Store. Is that right?
That is correct, Loretta.
Okay.
So every app that is on the Google Play Store is the same exact app on the App Store.
Okay.
Some apps are not, some apps that are on the App Store may not be available on the Google Play Store and vice versa.
Okay, got it.
But
Okay,
the
thank you.
icons are always the same, yes.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody have any other question? Okay, so that is the Google Play Store. If anybody else that is a Google Play Store Android user, if you have any more questions, please let me know. If not, I'm going to show everyone the App Store for Apple users. So if you have any other question you want me to show you before I leave the Google Play Store, please let me know. Okay. So let's go back to the App Store, which is for people that have Apple phones and Apple iPads. All right, so when we first open up the App Store, you're going to see some buttons at the bottom of the screen that say Today, Games, Apps, Arcade, and Search. Those are the different categories that you can choose from when you are searching for a particular app. So everything that is on the Today application is going to be everything that is trending, everything that is popular today. So it's going to tell you what are other people around the world downloading on their iPhones and iPads today. That's what that means. We went over to games. It is simply just a place where you can download games on your phone. And you can see that there's different things that you can get on here, and some of them even say in-app purchases. So for games, when it says the word in-app purchases, that just means that when you're playing throughout the game, they might say, oh, pay 99 cents to make your character stronger, to beat this level, things like that. That would why there is a price to pay for those applications. If you have Candy Crush, you know that you can pay 99 cents to kind of get more lives, things like that. That's why a game would have an in-app purchase. If we went over to apps, you can see there's different types of categories that you can choose from with top free apps, everyone's favorite. And if you just looked at the app and their little description, it'll tell you what it does. So Duolingo is a place to learn different languages. There's apps for sleep and meditation. There's an app for a calorie counter. So that's what I was saying before. Anything that can help you in your daily life and your daily routine, there is an application out there for you, your hobbies, your interests. There is something out there. And you could go through this page, you can scroll and look, or you can always go to the little search icon, which is for the iPhone at the bottom top right corner. And in the search bar, you can type whatever that you are looking for. So you can see where it says discover. Those are some things people are typing. Some people are looking for games for kids, a video editing app, a ringtone maker app, a to-do list app. So those are all the things that are available to you that you may not have ever realized, or may just not have looked at, or probably think it wouldn't be on there. But trust me, there is an app out there for your interest. There's also someone asked in the other class, is there an app for parking, like to pay the meter? And there is actually a parking meter application that you would scan to pay the meter directly on your phone. So just anything you can think of, there probably is something on there for you. And if we just look at the app, the little button that's right next to the search icon called Arcade, that is just another applications for games. But with Arcade specifically, you are paying a subscription. You can see on my screen, it says 3 months free, then $5 a month. These are actually games that are not going to have any advertisements. So there's always something where you have to pay to not have advertisements, and that what is Apple Arcade. So if that's something that interests you, that is available specifically for Apple users only. This does not exist on the Google Play Store. So once again, if there's something that you are looking for, or you just want to see if there is an app out there that interests you, always go to the search icon and simply just put in the phrase at the top of the screen. So let's say you were someone that wanted a meditation app, but you don't know which one to get. I would simply just type in the word meditation, and you can see there's applications for all of that you can think of. And if you're confused about which one to get, or you don't know which one to download, you can see for Headspace, right under the word Headspace, it says editor's choice. So that means it's very popular and the App Store is recommending it. If we scroll just a little bit down for the application called Balance, you don't know if you want to download it or not. There's actually some stars there with 58,000 reviews. So if I clicked on Balance, it's going to give me pictures of how the app looks like, what it does. But if we look right on top of where the pictures are, it's telling me it has a 4.9 stars. It's for ages 4 and above. It's number 68 in the application charts. And if we look all the way on the right-hand side, it has size. So that's also very important. It's saying it's going to take 168 megabytes on your phone. So next time when you are going to get an app and download an app, make sure to actually read everything that it will provide for your phone, how popular it is. And if you just scroll down, there is reviews that you can read by different people that have downloaded the app on their phone. So everyone should always read the reviews, read how popular it is, go through the pictures, see what it will actually do for you before downloading it, because that would just help you keep your phone organized, keep your iPad organized, so you're not having a bunch of applications that you're only going to use one time and then never look at again. So that's always good. And each application, even on the Google Play Store as well, they're always going to have reviews and stars to show you how popular each one is. Does anybody have any questions on that? And today, I just want to give everyone some recommendations of some applications that were trending for older adults and that can be useful for you. And if you want to download it or not, but just maybe take a picture of it or we'll read it together. So these are some applications that can help you. So the first one is ARP Now, and that is a place to catch up on older adult specific news, find local events, and how to get discounts and offers. And these are all both available on the Google Play Store and the App Store. Under that, we have something called the magnifying glass with light. And what that is going to do is actually transform your camera and make it into a magnifying glass where you can easily read print. So the next time you need help reading the newspaper, reading the menu at a restaurant, reading some labels on pills, anything like that, you can download this application called Magnifying Glass with Light, and it will make your camera into a magnifying glass so you can easily point the camera at anything you're having trouble reading with, and it will make the text bigger. We also have something called Audible, which are audio books that you can purchase on your phone. So if you're someone who likes to actually listen to a story instead of reading text on your phone because it's too small, or on your iPad, you can check out Audible. And then we also have the opposite of that, which is Amazon Kindle, which is a place to read all types of books of any genre on the go. So if you get Amazon Kindle and you have an iPhone, an iPad, and a tablet, it will sync all of those books for you. It will remember the last page where you stopped reading. You can change the fonts and change the size of the fonts, and that is Amazon Kindle. Of course, you would have to purchase the different books on there. It is not free. We also have a game. So here at the RSS Center, there is bridge classes, but there is actually an application that you can get on your phone called Fun Bridge. And that is where you can play bridge on your phone by yourself, or you can challenge your friends to play it with you. And then some people have this already, that is WhatsApp, and it is a place to video chat and phone call your family and friends internationally. So it's mostly used for friends and family that live across the world, because you do not have to pay to talk to them because you are using Wi-Fi connection instead of cellular data. So you're not using up any of your phone minutes or any of the price for that. So that is some applications that can be useful for you, but as you could see when we just looked at the App Store and the Google Play Store, there are millions of applications of any topic that you can think of that you can get now. Once this meeting is over, you can go and have fun and look at all the different things that are on there. But just make sure when you do download it, always regularly update it and always look at the reviews before you consider actually downloading it. So anybody have any other questions before the end of?
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
yes.
How about Mahjong, playing online? Mahjong?
Mahjong.
Yes. Is that possible?
That should be possible. Let's see. Let's go. So we're on the Google Play Store and I'm just, yeah, there is oh, sorry, I spelled it wrong. There is applications for Mahjong. You can see here, these are all the different types of games for that.
Okay. So I will click on, I have an
You have an
iPad.
iPhone. Oh yeah, you have an
Yeah.
iPad, right?
Yes. So what, do I go into the App Store, the Apple Store?
You would go into the App Store, APP.
Yes, right.
And then you would go to the search icon, which is at the bottom right-hand side of the screen.
Okay.
And you can simply just type in on the keyboard Mahjong, and you will see all the different types of games on that. And just make sure to read the reviews before you
Yeah.
download the one that you want.
Okay, thank you.
But yes, there's there's games and topics on anything that you could think of.
And is it possible to join a group? I mean, let's say you do not have a group. Is it safe to go, and how would you approach that?
Groups on the Mahjong game?
Yeah, online.
So online for video games, let's say you wanted to compete or with another person online or just play with them online.
Yeah.
It's going to just be other people like yourself or any other age group and all different audiences that also enjoy the game and download it on their phone. You're not gonna be able to message them. They can't message you. It's just going to be you playing with a stranger that you may not know. Or sometimes you're just playing against the computer.
Okay.
So it's like a program computer that has no name and you play against it. And you can see I'm in the little search. It even says search at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
And you see right under the search, there's like a little bar that says games, apps, stories, and more.
Yeah.
I clicked on it and this is where I could type Mahjong.
And I noticed when you did, there was a Mahjong free.
Right.
So I can go into that, right?
There's many different types, correct. And you can see I'm scrolling down and there's all these different types. The first one has 238,000 reviews. The second one has 43,000 reviews. So you're just going to have to read the reviews first to see which one is the best one that people are enjoying. And then you could get it by just clicking on the word get. Okay.
So before I click on get, when I click on say Mahjong, I can see for each one, read the reviews.
Correct.
Before I make my decision.
Yeah, so the review is just if you scroll down, there's the reviews.
I see that. Right. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions before we end today?
Tabitha, I have just a question. When you download an app, you always can uninstall it also.
Correct. Yes.
Correct. Now, what about if it's a paid subscription?
Oh, okay, that's a good question. Yes. So Unfortunately, I don't have an Android to show you, Loretta, but hopefully some of the words will be the similar for Android. But for a subscription, before you delete that application, you're always going to want to end that trial or that subscription before you delete the app off your phone or iPad, because then you're going to continue to pay monthly before ever deleting it. So let's say for
Okay.
Netflix, as an example, I have Netflix on my phone. If I just deleted Netflix without ending my subscription, Netflix will keep charging me every month because I didn't
Right.
tell Netflix I wanted to end it.
Got it.
So what you're going to want to do is, if anybody here ever gets a subscription application like Netflix, HBO, Spotify for music, things like that, you're always going to always remember your email and password, because that is how you are going to end your subscription. So everybody that has a Netflix or something like that, you always, to log in, you need that specific email and that specific password. So in order to end that trial, what you can actually do is go to netflix.com or any other application or a service that you got the subscription for. So we'll use Netflix as an example. You would go to netflix.com, and there is a section where you would go to your account and say end subscription. And that is just how you would do it, because on
Okay.
phones and iPads, you can't actually end it that way. There's no like button on Netflix where you can end the subscription. It would have to be like through the website. So you can just easily go to Google on your phone or your iPad, or you can go to on your computer or laptop. It doesn't matter. It works the same way, but you have to go to like their website. Sometimes you can do it through the phone. So you can see that I clicked on my little account. I clicked on my little person icon, and you can see I had something called subscriptions. So sometimes you can do it this way. So let's say right now I got the Apple Fitness 3-month free trial, and it says starting December 19th, I have to pay $10 a month if I want it. And at the bottom, it says cancel free trial.
Right.
So some subscriptions you can cancel directly on your smartphone or iPad. But let's say you don't know how to get there or you don't see it there, the best way is always to go to the official website, and you can still do that on your phone or iPad.
Okay, good. Good. Thank you.
But that was a great question. I almost forgot about that. Does anybody have anything else? So that's all for today. See you then. Thank you all.
Thank you.